So you guys, this package got here earlier than I expected. I thought it would be here tomorrow, and I don't expect that I will actually be available to shoot tomorrow. And the only reason this matters is that I'm going to change the order of things that I've shot, so the next video, my empties video, might not make any sense. That's all. If you want to see how I got this look and what new products I got, keep on watching. We'll get into the real intro right now. Guys, welcome to today's video. We're taking a look at some new makeup, and this makeup I got at the very cheerful Selfridges. I just love yellow. Yellow is a cheerful color, and it always comes with a nice little slipper bag. I don't know what you would call it, which is great for traveling if I ever traveled, or putting other stuff in, which I do that quite a bit. I got 3 things. I've already taken them out of the box. I got the new Dior Show, Iconic Curl, I think it is, and this is in brown. And I want to compare that to the Charlotte Tilbury because it occurred to me when I opened it, I thought, I may already have this. Dior just came out with 2 new quints, and I got this one, which is called Mirror Mirror. And it's really interesting because right now there's a pre-order to get the new Tom Ford, and they also have 2, and one of them is very khaki, but it looked very dark to me. In fact, I felt that it was maybe a smoky eye kind of a thing, where this one feels like it's probably going to work out a little better for me. Also, I find on my crepey eyelids, the Dior formula is just wonderful. I just love Dior eyeshadows. And Gucci came out with this beautiful limited edition, and look at this package. I'm a sucker for packaging. Many women are. And let's just do a little swatch. I just had to do it. I think Gucci probably overall does the best packaging for me. And there we have it. It sometimes looks a little pink, and it sometimes looks a little peach, and we're going to be putting that on a little bit later. I've already done my foundation, I haven't done my concealer, and I'm going to switch my mirror over so I can really spend some time trying to get a good blend. I kind of hate doing that because you're not getting as good as a look. So you know what, let's just stick with the usual, with this mirror, and then if I need to, I will change to the big mirror and just do a beautiful blend. So let's start with some swatches. We're going to go with the middle shade first, and then this brown shade, and then this kind of pumpkin, burnt pumpkin. Beautiful, just creamy, but doesn't feel like a cream. So beautiful. I just can't say enough about the formulas. It looks like the only thing that is actually matte is this one right here, and everything else has a little bit of a sheen going on. So we're going to do the khaki and the cream. I would say the cream is more of a champagne, and there we have it. What I like about this is you can probably do a couple of different color stories that are just not related, or you can use the pumpkin color with the khaki color. But if you take away that khaki, this is a pretty warm palette, which isn't my favorite thing, but that's fine. I do feel that this color, it really isn't going to be something I want to lay down all over. I feel like that is more of an inner corner kind of brightening color. So I don't know. I mean, the orange color is actually technically lighter than everything else, but it's very, very vibrant. We're going to get a full fall look. And you know what? I'm just going to do something a little more artistic as opposed to something that is everyday. And you may actually feel like, yeah, you wear this every day. Don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that I'm doing it with a brush from Sonia G. This is from the Sky Sept. And I have a little bit of foundation on my eyes, and I haven't primed at all. I just don't feel like you have to prime with Dior's, but you certainly could. And I'm just going to sketch it out first, and then we're going to blend. Taking the Hakuhodo and just kind of blending out the edges. And this is kind of, I'm seeing in my head, like this is going to frame everything else out. I don't know. I kind of have a vision in my little brain of what I'm going to do. Well, at least with this orange color. So it's just a kind of a haze of color. And, you know, if I really wanted to have fun and go more editorial, I would bring that haze. So it's almost like a circle underneath the eyes. But I'm not feeling that today. I'm going to go in with this brush from My Kit Co. And I like this a lot for a smaller eye or a hooded eye because you can be more exact with it. And I want to have this khaki color, I think, with my outer corner. And see how the shape just works so nicely? It's a beautiful shade with a little bit of gold in it. And the more you blend it, the more sheer it becomes. Yes, I think this is the right choice. And see how that color has just lifted the eye up? I mean, it's not the color, it's the placement. It's this brush. There. I like this a lot. I do feel that if I stayed in the orange family, I could probably get a nice end of summer kind of situation. And I could have gone in with this one and this one as well. So basically everything but the khaki. And that would also get you into fall. But to me, khaki is fall. For me, generally, I could do, you know, 2 colors and I'm kind of fine. I might do this by the lash line, this darker one. But I do want to show you a little bit how some things are performing. So let's do a little inner corner with this. Very pretty. I hope that you'll be able to see it. I think it's very, very pretty. In fact, I think I might want to just put this on the inner corner, inner quarter, just to help open up everything. Yeah, I feel like I just kind of moved my eyes a little further apart and opened up that inner lid. Now let's go in with this dark brown matte color, and again I'm using a Hakuhodo, but it's in the description box, and I'm kind of using it as a liner, but I'm not going really thin. You could go in with another brush like this that is more thin, or a flat brush, but I'm just kind of going to smoke out a little bit by the lash line. I have my fan on a little bit higher than usual because I really don't want to sweat while I'm putting on my makeup. And before I do anything else, you guys, I kind of want to take a look at the Anastasia palette. It just now occurred to me. So here they are. I would venture to guess you could get a look that is somewhat similar, but not the same if you already have the Anastasia. I would say that the green in this is different than all the greens in here. So I'm just going to pick up what looks like the greens. Like this one looks taupe on some angle, and in some angle I see a little bit of green, but there's this one which is like a celadon. This is a greeny brown, and this one sometimes green, sometimes not. Those right here, very different, because I feel this khaki has a good deal of gold in it. It's like a khaki gold. Okay, so similar, not the same. Now generally I always want to do a little tight lining because You can see this under my lashes as I get older, and I don't like that. And this is the Hourglass. It really stays in place, and it reminds me very, very much of the Kush liner that they stopped making. I don't know, I want to show you the difference with it, without it. See how that skin is coming through? It kind of makes me crazy. And now it doesn't make my eyes look smaller, I don't think, but I think it makes my lashes look like they might be thicker. Let's talk about the Dior Iconic Over Curl. That's what she looks like. And I want to do a little swatch on my hand to see how it compares to this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, and I like it a lot. Okay, so the Charlotte Tilbury looks deeper in tone. Didn't really think about that very well. Hold on, let me do my spinal twist. This lower one is the Charlotte Tilbury. The one above that is the Dior. Excellent spinal twist. So let's put this puppy on. I do have this over curl in black in a, one stroke. Hold on, I want to get this little clump out here. One stroke here, nothing here. This is pretty. Two strokes actually might be too much for me. Okay, two strokes is fine. I don't know if I'd want to go anything more than that. It's so interesting. I like brown mascaras because my eyes are a little bit smaller, and I feel that black can sometimes look very, very harsh. Super, super pretty. So I think what I'm going to do is turn off the camera, do my concealer, do my brows, and maybe do a little bit of a neutral blush and go into the lip product, and we might play around and do some other lips too, just to, you know, see about this eyeshadow palette, what we can mix it with. Right back. All right, I'm back. I did my brows. I did two blushes. I'm going to put everything down below, but I did this from Chanel, which is limited edition, but it's still available, and this is so, you would think, brown. It has a beautiful pinkish warmth to it that is just so hard to explain, on me anyway. I don't know, I put that on and it just works on me. And then I thought I wanted something a little more warm on top, and so I went in with this one by Sicily, which is gorgeous. And this is called They Met in Argentina. I've never been to Argentina. I wouldn't mind going to Argentina. I think it's changed a lot though in the last 15 years. It is scented, as all things Gucci are. I like this color, and I think it's working with the blush. So this is kind of fresh, perfect in spring, but oh, I really like this color on me. It just seems to work. Maybe it's just the blush color that it's working with, but pinks can be so difficult. You probably know. You probably put on 100 pinks, and what works on one person doesn't necessarily work on you. But what I am seeing right now, I'm thinking, oh, this is a pink. It's not too bright. It's not too crazy. It's not too warm. It's not too blue. It's neutral, but it's not boring. And isn't that interesting? There's one other color that I want to try with this, which is a little bit more warm, that might go a little bit with the warmth going on in my eyes. Now this is a Shiseido product. I think it's called the gel lipstick, and I believe the color is Night Train, and I'm just going to swatch it next. So that's the Shiseido, this is the Gucci, and the Shiseido is just a little bit more warm. And it's a great transitional shade from summer to fall. We're not there yet here in California. We haven't had our massive heat yet, but it is showing its head. Like yesterday it was uncomfortable. And that, I think, also works with this particular palette. It's almost as if with that pink lip, and my cheeks have some pink and they also have some peach on them, so it can kind of go either way. with a pink lip, maybe it looks a little bit more spring or a little bit more fresh, and this looks a little bit more fall, but not terribly fall, because we're not going into those winey kind of colors that I also love and I'm really looking forward to. So I recently talked about this product and I just love this kind of wine thing. My next blushes, I'm looking for blushes that have that darkness to them, because when you blend this one out, it loses that darkness and it's a little bit more berry, as you can see. And I kind of want something really deep and maybe even kind of 20s looking, which I also think would work well with this eye palette. So for me, let's just go over it. One, I like this Gucci more than I thought I would. I really couldn't tell what kind of color it is. I think the packaging is beautiful. Who am I kidding? Why would I say anything else? I think it's really comfortable too. I don't know if they changed the formula, because I had Lynette Stone, which I don't really love the way it feels on my lips, but this one, maybe it's because it's so hot out, it really has a beautiful, balmy, comfortable feeling. It doesn't have a tightness or a heaviness to it. So plus on color, plus on formula, plus on packaging, yes. This Dior palette, I really, really like it, you guys. First of all, I do think the Dior formulas are so good for crepey eyes. They are so easy to blend out. I did say I wanted to bring my big mirror up here and really kind of pull out and really blend and get a blown out look, and I just really don't have to with this formula. And I also like the colors, and I think there's a couple of different ways you could do really warm, keep the khaki out of it. You can just do the gold and the khaki and, you know, leave it kind of sheer like that. I think it's a thumbs up for me. And the mascara I also like. It is different. It is different than the Charlotte Tilbury, which is down here. Such a bad swatch. The Charlotte Tilbury on my hand, I feel like there might be more red to it, but it seems darker and deeper, and that might be of a red nature. I think this is really, really lovely. It gives me a feathery, not dramatic kind of look. I'm just really, really loving this look. And I think Nitrine goes with it just as well, but I love the Gucci too. So I'm really pleasantly surprised, you guys. I usually have something that doesn't work for me. This time, nope, sorry to disappoint. I love each item. Everything on my face I will have linked down below, as are my brushes, all that kind of good stuff. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful. I hope you come back again. And now for our closing, we're going to take a look at a hike in the rain I had with Lucy several months ago.
Lucy! Let's go! Let's go! What? Let's go! Let's go! Ow.